Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to those of you watching on onespotmedia.com.
Up first this evening, with just days to go before the start of the new school year, at least one local publisher is finding it difficult to supply textbooks.
Carlong Publishers says the war in Ukraine is affecting the supply chain for raw material and the cost of textbooks will significantly increase. Sandy Williams reports.
A new school year is fast approaching, but old problems still linger. Carlong Publishers says some schools take too long to distribute their book lists. Export Development Manager at Carlong Publishers, Mrs. Bernadine Blake McCullough, believes this hampers efforts to supply the number of textbooks needed by booksellers. The situation is worse in rural areas.
As much as they try to have the books in, sometimes there may be a delay in getting the book list from the schools to know which books to supply.
But why do some schools take so long to release the book lists?
The ministry has to give approval, especially to the public schools, and sometimes there may be a delay in them getting the book list and supplying. And a lot of them would have to get books from, sometimes they get books from in town and not necessarily from their area. So they have to come in for it.
Carlong Publishers says it has been working to mitigate the challenge. The company explains that while a consignment arrangement would not be suitable, it has a return policy.
So what the booksellers would do is to make a purchase, but we give them a specific time at the end of the selling season that they can return the book and they would get a credit on their account. But as I was saying earlier, to give them consignment, it would be a little tedious in terms of planning ahead, because we don't know how many books will be returned to us.
The war in Ukraine is also an issue. It is placing a strain on the supply of raw material needed by the industry. Eastern Region Representative at Carlong Publishers, Domian Shorter, says it's the main reason the price of textbooks has increased.
An increase in the shipping costs and other inputs that would go into the production of books like ink and paper. So naturally, the publishers would have to increase their prices to recoup their investment.
The government has allocated $2 billion to purchase textbooks for students at the primary and secondary levels for the upcoming school year. This after a Consumer Affairs Commission CAC survey conducted between July 24 and 31 revealed an average increase of 9% in textbook prices this year when compared to 2022. Last year, the price of textbooks increased by 8.51%. 58 bookstores were visited during the CAC's survey, 20 in the corporate area and 37 in rural towns. Sandy Williams, TVJ News.